So you, like many others in the gym, want to hit that big 315 bench. Well, in this video, we'll be going over how you can achieve that. So hit that like, hit that subscribe button, let's get to it. Just like you, I'm chasing a 315 bench myself, and using these tips I'm about to share with you has brought my bench up from this measly 255, bringing my butt off the bench just to barely squeeze it out, up to this pretty fast 275 in only a matter of 2 or 3 months. How I brought my bench up by over 20 pounds is the first key that we're gonna go over. The most important one, programming. What I've been exercising that has been working a lot for me by this point is the simple 5, 3, 1 training regimen. That means that your first day of training, you should bench 5 reps. 5 reps. Your second day, three reps. As you can guess, for your third bench day, 1 rep. That's gonna be your all out, close to all out benching day. So how you'd go about planning the 5-3-1 is written here. Day 1, you're gonna do 5 reps at 75% of your 1 rep max. Shouldn't be too heavy, really should just be bar path work, working through it out at about 3 to 5 sets. Nothing too crazy, really just repping it out here. Day 2 is when you're doing 3 reps, slightly heavier at 85% of your 1 rep max. This is gonna trigger a bit more of your CNS training, but still light enough to where you can get that rep work in. You're gonna do this for 2 to 4 sets. Now for your third bench day is when it gets heavy. That's when you're gonna do a single at 90% of your 1 rep max for 1 to 3 sets. Now, if you know about structured programming, you're not gonna stay at 75%, 85%, 90% throughout week to week. Each week, you're gonna add 2% on. So maybe this week, you're gonna do 75% for the 5 reps. Now next week, you're gonna do it at 77%, adding maybe 2 or 3%, whatever feels best for you. Now, just like Rome wasn't built in a day, neither is strength gains. You have to play the long game here. Every day, you have to come in and trust this program. You have to follow it from week to week to week. Especially when chasing 315 bench, when every 5-pound increment is a lot of work, you're really gonna have to trust this program. Now, what should you not do? You should not max out every day. Every gym session should not be a PR day. If you max out every day you go to the gym, all you're doing is accumulating fatigue from week to week and is actually gonna bring your numbers down instead of up. That's not what we want. You should focus on your nutrition. That means your protein. If you're 180 pounds, you should be having 180 grams of protein. You should prioritize your stress. You should prioritize your hydration. All these things play a huge role in how strong you are and how much you're growing. Do not neglect your care. Another thing you should not do is rush the process. I've trained a lot of people, I have a lot of friends, I have people DM me asking for programs that want to rush the process, that are looking to chase a certain number, looking to chase a certain goal. So they put themselves in situations that they're not ready for. Like if you're benching 225 right now, you should not try to go bench 275 tomorrow. You're not going to be ready for that. Even if your 75% for your 5 reps moved really good last week, you should still stay committed to that 77 or 78%. You shouldn't try to move in such big increments that you're not ready for. It's playing the long game. Do not rush the process. Now, in this point of training, you should likely look into bench variations if you want to hit that 315. These are some of my favorites that I've been utilizing recently that have definitely helped my bench. Just to name a few, got Larson press. Larson press is when you bench with your feet up. This really makes you have to think about the stability of your bench and your bar path. without the leg drive. It's really just your upper body strength and your core stabilizing you. This is a really good drill that could stabilize your bench and bring it up. Long pause bench. You should already be utilizing pause benching in your program because it does a lot of explosive power. But long pause adds to that even more. When you go to bench and you touch and go, there's a thing called stretch reflex. That's why it's easier to touch and go bench than it is to pause. Because once you pause, that eliminates the stretch reflex. Well, actually, that stretch reflex stays for about 2 to 3 seconds after it hits your chest. So even with the slight 1 second pause, you still have a bit of rebound left. By doing a long pause, that completely eliminates all stretch reflex, and it's completely your own explosive power. By utilizing this, you'll be pretty strong out of the hole, which has helped my bench a lot. Pretty similar to long pause, same premise, is a pin press. That's when you're at a power rack and you put the bar on the safeties starting in the bottom position. So you have to start from the bottom and work your way to the top. Same idea as long pause, you don't have any stretch reflex. It's really just bottom explosive power work, which will really help you out of the hole. Spado is really good for bench control and may get you a couple weird looks in the gym, but it's worth it. What a Spado press is you lower the bar down and just above your chest, you pause it. You don't let it touch your chest here. You pause right above your chest, maybe about this much off your chest, and then explode back up. What does this do? Really helps your control. You have to be conscious about your bench to pause it right above your chest. Almost think like an eggshell on your chest that you're trying to not crack. Helps your stabilizers, helps your explosive power, helps your control. You'll be a lot more steady and conscious bencher if you do that. Close grip is really gonna help your lockout strength. All of these thus far have been for explosive power out of the hole. But close grip is gonna be good for that lockout power. That's at the end of the bench. If you ever get stuck there, close grip is really gonna help strengthen those triceps and add it for a more explosive lockout. Now, wherever your grip width is right now, I want you to extend it just a little bit. Don't put yourself in a disadvantaged position. Don't be all the way out there. That's how you snap your shoulder. You don't want that. Like here. But if you widen your grip, that's going to be more of your chest, more of your front delt, which is really going to advantage you and add for a stronger press. And another thing that's really going to be helpful for your bench, watch the pros bench. Watch your favorite powerlifter. Just look at powerlifting meets. Look at people like Larry Wheels. Look at people at...
Let's go, Larry, come on. This way, come on. Come on. Yes! Come on!
Another thing that's really going to help your bench is studying film. Look at your favorite powerlifters. Or just watch a powerlifting meet. Look at how they benched. They bench in a very technical way. By looking at how they bench and studying it can greatly help your bench. Maybe they're doing something that you're personally not doing and that you're going to recognize by watching them. That's going to be very beneficial, and now you're going to know what a bench should look like, which is going to help you. Now, the biggest thing to this throughout your nutrition, throughout your self-care, throughout your programming, throughout your being patient, the most important thing to this, don't give up. 315 could be a hard number to hit. A lot of people never even see that number in even a deadlift or a squat. But if you're at the point where you're feeling like you're ready to bench it, you're already stronger than most. It's gonna be a long process. There's gonna be thousands of people you see on Instagram that have already hit 400s, 500s on bench. Your genetics play a role in how much strength you have already and how much strength potential you have. This number right here is a big number that you could hit, regardless of your genetics, regardless of where you are in training. If you really dial down, you can hit this number. If you maybe need to bulk up, add a few pounds. Maybe you need to adjust your programming. Whatever it may be, you can hit this number. You need to believe in yourself. Don't compare yourself to others. Be happy with your gym progress and where you are. Your body is your own. You gotta be your biggest fan. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it for this video. Make sure you follow my socials. Got my TikTok, got my Instagram. Hit that like and subscribe. We will see you in the next one. Peace.